Hello YouTube, welcome back to City Skylines, and I thought we'd start off this episode with an overview of how the city zoning actually looks. So you can see we've got a lot of residential here with some high level residential or high density residential building up here, and we've got a whole bunch of farming and industrial here. Now interestingly enough, this farming here, I've got a strange plan to turn that all into residential at some point, because the farming will have to move further out the city, and you know, farms aren't that hard to move. We'll do some government subsidy and make sure that everyone gets reimbursed here, and so that's what I'm thinking that we're going to have to do. You can have a look at the employment rate. It's at 1% right now, but it will come back down to 20% to 0%. The reason being is that we're just going to have people moving in more and more and more and more and more, and the more people we have moving in, the more jobs are going to take. But look at the jobs available compared to the people employed. So it is going to fill up, and it's going to fill up very, very quickly. Water we're completely fine with. Electricity for now we're completely fine with. Incineration status, maybe we might need a few more recycling plants in time. Healthcare, we are definitely going to need another doctor's office somewhere, because the health is, sorry, that's education. We're definitely going to need another school somewhere. See, this is odd because this says that, but I'm pretty sure this one can take, oh, this one can only take 540 students. Oh, right, okay, never mind. I thought I could take 1,000. We are definitely going to need another secondary school somewhere. I'm thinking perhaps down here. We're going to have to rearrange these roads. We can put a school down here. And university, I think we've got to a stage with almost 14,000 people that we're going to have a look at university. Happiness, everyone seems to be okay. Residential is pretty good. Office is very good. Commercial seems a little bit more sad. We'll have to work out why. I'm presuming because, yeah, not enough educated workers. There we go. So that's what's causing that. Healthcare, we are definitely going to need another doctor's office soon. Maybe, I mean, perhaps we can have a look at a hospital at some point. Death care, we're completely fine. Levels, we don't have to worry about that. The wind, we don't have to worry too much about that either. Traffic wise, everything seems to be okay. This is obviously naturally going to be busy all the time, so there's nothing we can do about that. And ground pollution, we're at 5% ground pollution only in this area, so we're okay. We've got a little bit of ground pollution over here with the recycling plants, but again, we can move them somewhere outside and let the pollution sort itself out. Congratulations, we have reached a big city, reached a population of 14,000. We've got a new area available, water treatment plant and a crematorium. So we can actually put a water, then again, we've got our water treatment plants. What we can do is we can buy a new area. Now the question is, what do we buy? Because if I was to buy this, I would be able to route the motorway around and really make a fantastic junction here. If I was to buy this one, I can't do much with it, so it's definitely not that one. There's no point me buying that one or that one. That one's pretty useless. This one is a possibility, as is this one. Now, the next time we're going to have this available to us, if we have a look at our milestones, is going to be at 28,000. So we're going to have to be really, really careful. And then after we get that, when we get to Megalopolis? That doesn't make sense. Megalopolis. That's when we're going to have the ability to unlock all the rest of the tiles. But we've got to wait till 28,000 and then 36,000, which is going to be quite difficult. So we really need to consider that. Noise pollution, everywhere is noisy, but then again, this is a growing city. You are going to start getting noise everywhere. That's a given. You are definitely going to start getting noise everywhere. Fire safety, we seem to be fairly okay on fire safety. I've seen the fire brigade respond very, very swiftly to all fires. So we haven't had a single issue there. Crime-wise, we're very good on crime. Our crime rate is 6%. I'm not too happy about the crime rate, but I don't think there's much I can do. Everything seems to be covered. So there's not much I can do there. Preparing for snowfall. Okay, so they're preparing for the snowfall mod, which would have already landed. But like I said, I'm recording this at way before that snowfall. In fact, I'm recording this the week the snowfall mod actually comes out. and I'm recording it a couple of days before just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Okay, so we're importing some oil products over here. We're importing some forestry products, and we're importing some ore products, no goods, and we're exporting goods all the way through, and agricultural products from here, which is very, very good. Tourism, we have got a few tourists going around. Some people like having a look at a car park. Very good. They love seeing a car park because it's always fantastic. And you can see over here there's obviously more tourism, because that's exactly how we're going to be doing things. Average land value fairly high, actually. In this whole area it's nicely high. Over here it will naturally be low, but this is quite good. I'm happy with that. And natural resources, yeah, we've got plenty. I mean, if I was to move all these up here, I'm sure we would do perfectly fine up there with farming, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. So that's what we've got so far. Let's continue. Last time out you saw me filling up these with high residential, so I've done it all the way along. I haven't done this bit because, as you guys know, this is going to become a park, so I mentioned that last time. Now I'm considering turning all of these to high density, but I think that might be a bad idea. I think leaving these as they are is quite alright. Yeah, I think leaving these roads as they are is quite alright. It's down here that I'm wondering what to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an area where we can cut across nicely. I suppose there isn't an area we can cut across nicely, is there? Okay, let's pick this one here. Now let's pick, no, not that one. Not that one, not that one. Here. Let's just pick this one straight across here. I can't make up my mind. This one straight across here, and we're going to make a small road right out to here. Yes, I know people are going to be unhappy with that, but well, nothing I can do. Let's grab this and we'll immediately build that there. And let's go back to our road. So now the problem here is I don't like the way that road was originally. I like the way the road was made, but I don't like the way it worked originally. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to need to demolish this road, but we're going to dip below the 14,000 mark again when I start doing this. See, now if I was to build it from there, yes, no, let's switch anarchy on, let's switch bending off. That way you can see what's going on. Now, how do I want this to build? All of these are 2. Well, this one over here has decided that it's going to be 4. This one here is 3. And I suppose the road's okay. Up here it's quite alright. It's down here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So let's replace all of. No, I don't want to replace them like that though. I want the roads to be downwards. Let's do that. That's how I want the roads to go down, like. So the road's been cut across there, and then let's make another cut in the road across here. And we've got another cut there. See, that's okay. This part, it spreads out quite a bit. So if I was to replace all of this with high density, that should be okay. And then the rest of these might be okay to remain low density. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take this and go. You people, I'm afraid, have to go bye-bye. We're going to lose a lot of people here, and everyone else is going to go hello. Hello, like so. In fact, see this here? Get rid of that. do that. Because I'm just going to have another one of these dumped in that corner. There we go. Let's see. That seems to be building. We did lose a bunch of people, but they're immediately climbing back up again. They're okay. Those buildings are okay, you know. I quite like them. Yeah, I do quite like them. Fascinating. Now, this side, do we want to have low density all the way along here, or should we upgrade that side of the road to high density? I think upgrading this side of the road to high density might be a good idea. Let's do it in small stages. So let's do up to here first. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to then have to manually replace certain parts of it with police boxes. So the parts I don't like will become police boxes. So does that mean that this section should be... Does that mean this entire section should be high density? I'm not too sure. It's something that's worth considering, I suppose. Only to make sure that we can actually get to our next target, which is not 36,000, 17,000. We need to be able to get to that target. And when we get to 17,000, I'm going to start building universities. But it's getting to that target that's going to be difficult. Right. Actually, that's looking quite nice. Okay, so now that we've done that, I still haven't bought the area that I want. Still haven't decided. Well, we really do need to fix up this roundabout, and one of the last things that I want to do, one of the things that I want to do, and I want to make sure that I do, is sort this out. So there we go, we've bought that. So that's what I'll do in the next episode. Yeah, that's what I'll do in the next episode. So that's going to be probably 2 episodes worth right there. So let's do that. Right, let's get on with this. We've got the high density buildings. They're growing very nicely. The demand is now going down. Good. This is good. The demand has gone down. People are being employed. People are moving in. They're working. Let's speed this up just a little bit. And let's see what we get. 7,000 people in work. This is fantastic. And things are still building. Absolutely fantastic, that is. We've still got some demand, but it should be able to cope. 7,000. Alright, we're good there. We are good. Now, it's going to be difficult managing this part though. So we have got the ability now to create farms down this side, which is always good. It was build a secondary road here, because what's going to happen here, of course, is if we build farms down here, the demand for residential will go up. I want to build residential over here. I suppose the farming should be good over along here. We'll have to do that when we actually start building the next bit. Should these roads go towards residential now? I suppose we could get them going towards residential. How did I design this? I designed it in vaguely a grid system, which then sort of spiraled out of control a little bit over here, which is fine. That's what I like. I don't want them to be completely grids. Complete grids are boring. So let's create... I mean, I like this road. This road, I think, has to stay. It might have junctions off it. It might have another roundabout in it. But the road itself has to stay. So let's start by creating a road. Perhaps off this roundabout. Oh, is this a good idea? Please tell me this is a good idea. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not. Okay, let's not do it off that roundabout, because that roundabout could cause problems. Let's do it off this roundabout. Let's hope this works. There we go. It's not an ideal road, let's be honest. In fact, it's not an ideal road at all. Reason being is that turning back onto the roundabout is going to be horrific. Unless we make the road one way off the roundabout, but I don't like that. How about that? It's just getting... It's the way the road is going to be. I suppose that's the best we're going to have. So off the roundabout, you turn off there, and you can turn on to the roundabout like that. Not ideal, but there we go. That's that. In fact, and then we can just go straight up. Let's go 30. Should we go 30 up? Let's go 30 up. We've got more demand for residential. Let's go up here. Then what we'll do is we'll come across. Let's come across like this, so we have some border for our residential. Because don't forget, we've got to have more commercial as well. And I know this whole area is probably going to become commercial. In fact, that's probably going to become commercial as well. So let's go ahead and work this out. Do that. That's not what I meant to do. That was a mistaken road. Build another road, and we're going to make it go straight up like that. Is that junction okay? That's an okay junction. We can always make that going just one way if we had to. I suppose we could curve this road around up to here, so let's do that. Like so. There we go. And that gives us some space in here to actually work on something. So we could do a straight road. Let's do a straight road out of here. No. Let's do a straight road up to there. And then we can curve that road as well. Sort of straighten it up that way. And then we could always do another straight road that way. Like that. That's looking okay. Some little areas. You could always bring this across. Small road like that. Should we have a little cul-de-sac? No, let's not do a cul-de-sac kind of system. A road out from here. No, let's make another road out from here. And this time we'll have the road... Actually no, this time we'll have it... Let's have it vaguely straight, I suppose. Something like that. There we go. It doesn't flow as well as the other road though. No, let's redo that. Let's redo that bit as well. Wasn't I supposed to be doing residential stuff? Oh well. This is what happens when you find things to actually mess around with. And then we can make this road go straight down from here, straight down here. McDonald's is about to disappear, but that's okay. I'm sure people will understand. And so that's going to become even more commercial. Yeah, that's definitely going to become even more commercial. In fact, this whole area is going to be commercial, isn't it? So really, let's go ahead and do this. Bring this right down. Okay, if we do that and then curve it ever so slightly, so we don't actually intrude upon that space, and then we'll go straight here. Kind of a dodgy corner. I'm going to do that, but it's going to be kind of dodgy. Okay, let's leave that as a no-through road for now. Why not? We could always bring this right down here. It's a bit too close to the roundabout for my liking, though. We could always cut it across there if we wanted to. So we've got some opportunities there to play around with that. We could always bring this straight up if we wanted to. Let's do that. And I'd like to do that, but I think that's going to mess it up. Yeah, see, it told you. So we'll get rid of that and pretend that never happened. And that's where I'm going to end this episode. So we've laid some foundation for a whole bunch of new roads down. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on City Skylines. We've got up to 14,500 residents now, which is absolutely great. Let's keep building this. So make sure you guys tune in next week.